Okay, I don't know if this is working. I highly doubt it is. I've never been so angry in my, well, I haven't been this angry in quite some time. I'm recording on this live now. Been this angry in quite some time. Okay, I'm recording. This is working. This. Hello, Amsham. Now. Been this angry in quite some time. Okay, I'm recording. This is working. This. Right. Hold on. Okay, I gotta get everyone from my other. Oh goodness. Okay, so YouTube has made it so that I have to use recording software where I didn't have to use that beforehand. And so now I have to do this. And so this is horrid. So hello everyone, or people who are on here. I am incredibly sorry about this. Hello. Dude, Rom, tell me about it. I got on. I've been on for about 45 minutes now trying to figure this out. So I was on at a decent amount of time early, but not early enough. Okay, I got to get everyone that's on here to the other one. Go to this. Oof. All right. This will happen. Okay. Go to the other video. Oh, I can send a link. Go there. Okay, cool. Alright, people in the other channel have been told. I will delete this video, this other video, and deleted. Alright, we're live. We're on. This is a horrendous thing. Ryan, it's just the first quiz. Alright, hello. Sorry for the shenanigans. I now have to try to get this up on Schoology. Oh, what a day, boys and girls. What a day. But I did get this in. Can people hear me? That's another question. Can you guys hear me? Is this a thing that you can hear? I really hope you can hear what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure you probably can. Yeah, you can. I have checked this. Yeah, I know. Well, sorry, Calvin. I am not here for you. I'm here for everyone else. Alright. So, let me send a message. Stream is working. Come join us. Boom. Alright. Sending this out to the group with the link. Okay. Whew. Alright. We're just an absolute shambles today. I had to like download. I'm like on a little corner thing. I don't even know what what else I can have on here. I just downloaded OBS. Trying to make this work. Okay. Alright. We're here. This is gonna work. This is gonna be fine. Alright. Well, hello. Thank you for joining us. I apologize for the shenanigans. Like I said, I was here early, but not early enough. But yeah, I'm now. I have to use this whole. Yeah, I don't know. I did not know that they changed this. They changed it over the summer, so I did not know that was a thing, but it is, and that's okay because we're good now. We're ready. We are freaking ready. All right, hold on. Get my end working. I got my music going. Kind of. Spotify's blowing up on me. Your mic keeps cracking. No. Oh. So the huge problem with starting anything is you got to get the right amount of momentum. It's got to go well. All right, is that better? Does that sound better? Oh. So the huge problem with starting anything is you got to get the right amount of momentum. It's got to go well. All right, is that better? Okay, does that sound better? Oh. So the huge problem with starting anything is you got to. Am I like looping? Okay, sounds better now. Okay, guys. So, welcome. I'm sorry that we're on a little picture or whatever. I will get a chance to sort that out later. But for now, and I have my questions. I need to pull them up because things have been weird. But we're good. We're okay. We have the technology. Things will be okay. I've got what I need. And we're going to be ready to go here in a second. Okay. So, hope everyone's doing all right tonight. We'll be here until we're ready for your quiz and FRQ tomorrow. So, as you can see on the right-hand side, people are chatting away. One of the things that you need to make sure and do, if you do not see a chat, that means you're not logged into YouTube, and you need to be logged into YouTube. So if you don't have like a YouTube, you need a YouTube channel basically, if you want to talk. So need to get that in or get that done, and then you can chime in and ask questions and stuff. So I've been stressing for the past like 45 minutes. Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, these are all saved to YouTube, so you have access to them. But they're there for you. So this will be saved. So, and you'll be able to watch like the side or whatever. Okay, let's get some questions out. Let's get some questions going. Okay. Cool. There's another thing that's not really working. Awesome. This is exciting. No big deal. It's not a big deal, guys. It's not a big deal that my question bank is not working right now. It's fine. It's okay. I have this covered. I have a million ways to find things. It's okay. I'm not freaking out. I'm freaking out a little bit. Rains it pours right now. So, okay. Gonna get you a question. Okay. Okay, if you guys have questions, put them off onto the side so I can feel like I'm doing something useful until we get going. Until I can get all this stuff. I feel okay. Excuse me. All right. What we got? I'm definitely freaking out. Okay, for the FRQ, do you want a specific format or is it just a straight essay? Neve, we will talk about the FRQ tomorrow. We'll spend a bunch of time looking at it and making sure that that you're writing in the way that I want you to write. So, and we'll do that beforehand. You'll see. I've got it all set up. We will definitely take our time doing that beforehand. So you'll be well prepped for that. I'm like hopping in and out of finding these old. Okay, progress. Got this. Research methods. Old content. It's all here. The internet is at my fingertips. Boom. Okay. Is this gonna work? I have faith. I have faith that this is gonna work. I know it looks like I'm just like awkwardly staring at the computer, which I am doing, but I'm finding things and I'm making them happen. Alright, here we go. Boom. Let's get started. Okay, I got this up. Okay. Are ethical guidelines for animals going to be on the quiz? Yeah, they are. Autumn, I would say they're all I'm going to say there is that it's fair game. It's fair game for them to be on the quiz. Totally possible. Today, before the bell rang, you were explaining positive correlation. Will that be on the quiz? Yes, Chidama. I will talk about it. I can talk about it here, and I'll talk about it tomorrow before the quiz. I just ran out of time. The quiz or the normal distribution is just another fair game thing, Isha. Yeah, it may or may not be on the quiz, but you are responsible for that information. Okay, so here we go. Here's just a quick get you some vocab. Get your mind running. So I post a question off to the side on here, and you guys just go ahead and answer it if you know it, and we'll be good. So goodness. All right. Yep, good. Confounding variable. Excellent. Yep. Good. Okay, so this is this question is a weakness of one of the research methods. So when we are looking at like strengths and weaknesses of research methods, this is one of those weaknesses. So what research method am I looking at? Good job, Cash. All caps. Ah, Calvin. Not today. Not today. Now, especially that my classes are smaller. There's no way I'll be able to break that. So, I'm hoping next year I'm going to make some... Hopefully we'll see... We'll get a chance to do that. Okay. I can see where you're going at that with a case study. Okay, I got that. I'm thinking so for that question, I'm thinking of an experimental research method, because of the fact that you're in a testing environment in a lab or whatever, and they know, and the people know that they're doing some sort of test. A case study, I'm also okay with. That would be a good example. But my first inclination on that would be experimental research methods. That's fine. That's a good answer, guys. Okay. So, alright, here would be a strength of one of the research methods. So this is another type of research method, and I'm like, alright, well this is one of the strengths of this research method. I miss having you too, Christine. Glad to see you hop on. Yes, a survey is good. Autumn, what are you specifically asking? What do you mean research validation? Are you talking about... What are you talking about? Oh, are you talking about naturalistic observation? Like when or after a study's been done in a lab, they use naturalistic observation to kind of prove the point? Alright, here we go. Same thing? Yes. Okay. Yeah, so it's just this idea, this concept that oftentimes naturalistic observation is used after we do some type of experimental research. What's up? What are you doing on here? Desal? Good to see you, bud. Good to hear from you. We use that, how do I want to say it? We use that naturalistic observation to solidify concepts that we find out in the lab. So you get stuff in the lab that's done and you're just like, well, this is cool, we got this information, it works in a lab. Okay, now we need to make sure that this is actually something that happens in the real world. And so oftentimes naturalistic observation is used to go back and like check your work. Okay, is this just are people just doing this because they know that they're in a laboratory and they know they can get away with it, or is this something that they would do in the real world? Ooh. Oh no. Correlational, boys and girls. Look at this. Independent and dependent variable. What is the independent variable? What do you do with an independent variable? Someone tell me about this independent variable and what its purpose is. Come on. Yeah, I know it's experimental, but someone needs to tell me what the purpose of an independent variable is. Right. Okay, so if it is to manipulate or change, is that going to be something that we can do in correlation? And the answer is no. Remember, correlational research, you're just looking at two naturally occurring relationships and you're trying to figure out what the heck is the relationship between those two things. You're just looking at data. You're not doing anything, you're not changing anything up. So if they're talking about an independent variable and a dependent variable, 100% you're looking at experimental research. That is not... Stay away. Stay away. That from correlational. Remember, correlational, you're just looking at data. Yeah. Good, good, good. Okay, just keep that in mind. Cause and also that cause and effect. Yeah, correct, Nate. Yep. Okay, so here we go. You want to compare brands of paper towels to see which... Oh, no. Is my thing lagging now? Come on now. Oh. Okay, what is the independent variable and what is the... let's start with this. What is the label the IV and the DV. Label the IV and the DV in this section. You could say that this is... Yeah, this is D. This is decently operationally defined. Yeah. No, I think I technically was the one buffering. Yeah, what is our IV? What's our independent variable here? And then what is our dependent variable? Who is Boo Boo Awesome? Who are you? So I can know who the heck I'm talking to. Oh my gosh, we were at 33 like 10 seconds ago, and then we dropped to 21, down to 19. Or am I losing all of my last semester students, or am I still bugging out? Yeah, good. Good guys, good, good, good. Okay. Alright, let's get another one. Let's tag the independent dependent variables again. What's up, Ravish? Independent dependent variables again on this one. You want to determine whether a chemical is essential for rat nutrition, so you design an experiment. Good. Yep. IV and DV. Good. IV is the different types of chemicals, and then the thing that you're measuring is the rat nutrition. Okay, perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Alright, here we go. What is this concept? Yeah, always multiple choice. Always multiple choice. Quizzes will always be multiple choice. There'll always be 20 questions, and there'll always be 20 questions, and you have 5 possible answers for each question. Okay, good. Control group. Nice. That is what I'm looking for. Okay. Let's do another one. Just gonna ramble through some terms, some concepts. See where you guys are. See how comfortable you are with this stuff. Good. Double blind. Easy peasy. Good, good, good. Alright. Let's see. Good. Hindsight bias. Good. Excellent. Okay. Here we go. Alright. Next one. Perfect. Case study. Okay, cool. All right. Hey, I need some more questions from you guys. What do you got? I'll keep throwing this stuff at you, but I do want to know what questions you guys have. Um, just so that we're balancing out. Boom, 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 boom. All right, let's see. See if we can. Yep, human ethics guidelines are fair game on the quiz. Definitely fair game on the quiz. Okay. Yeah, sorry guys. I am feeling super frazzled. Like this is not um like a lot of the stuff that I use are like just blowing up right now. Um things that I have saved, I don't know. Feeling super frazzled. Okay. So, I've got a bit of a long one for you, but this is on ethics. This is just descriptive statistics. Yes, Caitlin, I'll do that here in just a second. Yeah, this is just descriptive. The question is just descriptive statistics. Nathan, like we could talk about that until we're blue in the face. I want to focus on things that are like, um, going to be on the quiz tomorrow. So, um, Amal, we're not gonna have that specific talk about research design in the notes. That's not gonna come up on the quiz. So if you want to talk about it like on Monday or later, I'm super down for that. But you're just not gonna need to worry about that. Yeah, I can do that, Cash. Will we have to draw any normal models on the quiz? No, you won't have to draw it. You definitely won't have to draw it. But there was an FRQ, and we'll talk about this later, where the students had to draw. They had to draw one. So, um, but we'll talk about that later. Okay, so I'm gonna throw a moral dilemma at you guys. Um, hold off on all of your on anything, and I will because I have to put it. I can only post 200 characters per thing, so I have to post it multiple times. So I'm gonna do a bunch of posts here in a row. So just hold off for me. And oh goodness, I feel like this used to be 300, but now I can only do 200. Hold on, I'm still not done. So go ahead and just start reading. Boom. Okay. What is the major ethical dilemma in here? And briefly describe why. Describe the ethical dilemma and briefly describe why. Yeah, Autumn. In this one, you can kind of go one of two ways. But we're gonna go with the fact that there's no informed consent. You kind of have to you go with the biggest thing. The first five who are the 10 participants in the study were unaware of its purpose. So deception is okay, but it's also inferencing that there was no like information given about what was going on. There was no like informed consent, and then also at the end you could say there was there wasn't really much of a debrief. So a little bit of both, especially if they were lied to about it. So you would need to have an afterwards, like, okay, well, we weren't really testing on this thing, or we didn't explain this fully. And so at the end of any type of study, especially when you lie about something, you have to be able to debrief them afterwards. So mhm. You can kind of go with both, and I'm um, with either or. Okay. Okay. All right, here we go. So very similar, or really the same study. This is a little bit. This is just worded a little bit differently. Just see if you can catch the difference. What is wrong with this study? We'll just do this really quick, and then we'll go on to the next thing. So one more time, what is specifically wrong with this experiment? Very similar. Yep, no freedom withdrawal. Doors locked. Can't do that. You can't lock people into places. So that's a big thing. Okay, so I'm going to ba, 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 ba. One more other thing I wanted to show. Okay, where are you? Okay. Let's talk about. Let me go over the questions that you guys had. I'll do that fairly quickly. But yeah, you guys are right on the money. No freedom to withdraw. Okay, so you have a once again I have to figure out this new system. I'd usually be able to put up something on the screens for you guys to look at, but this new OBS thing I haven't played around with it enough, so I don't. Oh, I can make myself bigger. Woo! Okay. Oh, I can also make myself smaller. How small can I make myself? Really tiny. I can put myself upside down. Fabulous. All right. All right. Fun times. Okay. Well, I'm just gonna stick with the small screen. Okay, but can I move? I don't know how to put other stuff in here. I don't. I'll have to sort this out. So okay. So um, let's talk about the normal curve. Okay, so remember all the normal curve is we're talking about the bell curve. All the normal curve is talking about is when you are looking at um when you are looking at a group of like when you are looking at statistics and you are looking at your results from your test, um, what you're going to find is what you're going to find is that oftentimes your population, the numbers when you pull all that data together is often centered around your mean or your average, and so oftentimes you'll have that bell curve look because that's where the majority of your population are, and so 68% of your population, the vast majority of your people, are going to be within one standard deviation of your mean. So that means that plus and minus one standard deviation. So today in the video they were talking about height. Every 3 inches goes one way or the other. So the average is 5'10", plus 3 inches is and minus 3 inches. So that 6 inches is within or 7 inches is standard deviation. And for IQ, it's 15 degrees or 15 points. So the average American IQ is 100, and so every 15 points is one standard deviation. So 68% is in the first within one standard deviation. It's where most of your people lie. And then we add the second standard deviation. Each side is like around 13.5, I think, or 14. It's close to that. And so then you have 95% within two standard deviations, and then within three standard deviations, you have like 99.7, like a really high percentage of your population. And what ends up happening is that's where the most of your people are. And so anyone that's farther along, anyone who is above like 145 IQ is super rare. People that are super tall are also very, very rare. So, um, so yeah, so that is the distribution. Yes, Nathan. I would say that most of them will be pretty in your face about it. It should be they're usually pretty on the nose. So okay. Um. All right. So okay. So now let's talk about the skew. Let's talk about the skews. Okay. Um. Or Lucy, did you still want to talk about? I see that your message was retracted. Did you still want to ask about that? So let me talk about the. Um. So Lucy, if you have that question again, pop it back up. I'll come back to it. So let's talk about correlation and talking about positive and negative correlation. Okay, so remember, you are on, so the way that it works is you are on a scale. Let me see if I can make this work. I want to have something to draw with. This is one of my old notebooks for soccer. I'm gonna get a pen. Okay, cool. This is nope. I don't want a pencil. I want a pen. It would also work. Sharpie. There we go. Sharpie. How's this? Okay, cool. Alright, I'm going to make this bigger so that it's easier for you to see, as we have some high-tech stuff here. Okay, so we'll see how this works. Okay, so when you are looking at, what are we talking about? Correlation. Okay, so when you are looking at whether or not, what is the amount that two items are related to one another? We are looking at positive and negative correlation. Hello, this is my life, guys. Hello. I'll get back to this. This is Teddy, for those of you who have not met him in the flesh. He always sits by and waits, and what most of the people from last year were waiting for and wanted to see. was this guy who comes up and just, is here. Yes. Thank you. He is a dog, and he wants lots of attention. He acts like a baby, but he's not supposed to be. You're 4.5 years old now, dude. You're supposed to be like old. I wish you were old. I cannot wait until he's old, because then he won't bother me as much. It'll be great. You won't need to exercise 3 times a day. I'll just be able to like take you out for a walk once and you'll be fine. What's wrong? I am trying to teach these students here something, but you're giving them a break, I guess. So yeah, this is Teddy. Sad. This life is just so different. Right, Teddy? Right. Okay, but we went to the park today. Rode around. Probably go again once this is done. You should totally get a dog. Dogs are great. They are great. You just have to make sure that you take care of them and play with them. I know far too many people who have dogs and they don't spend any time with them. They complain about how they act. Well, if you spend some time with your dog, you would, they'd be okay. All right. He's a good dog. Okay, so can I get back to work? Can I get back to work? No. What about now? Alright. Here we go. Back to education. His full name is Theodore Roosevelt. I think you knew that. Basically, he was I'm gonna write a couple things and we'll get there. Basically, this was like 4 years ago, a little over 4 years ago. I was teaching and I was like, hey, I'd like a dog. And so I did like, they have this dog quiz that you can do on like Animal Planet. And it's like you ask a bunch of questions, you answer a bunch of questions about what you prefer in an animal and what you can handle. And so, I'm glad, Cyrus. I'm glad. Basically, I did it, and several different labs came up, and so I started looking into getting a lab, and getting a pure breed is really expensive. So I had a friend who, I realized that, Victoria, that I'm now just giving you the full story and not just the dog name, but it's too late now. And so, so I had a friend who trained dogs for the police academy, or just to be like a drug dog, to go and smell drugs and stuff. Agreed, Cash. And so I gave him a call. It's like, hey, do you know of like places where I could get a dog that's not so expensive? I'm not going to pay $1,500 to $2,000 for a dog. And he was just like, oh, hey, good timing. I have a dog, and he's basically flunked out of. He's not going to pass drug dog school. So Teddy was going to be a drug dog, but it wasn't very smart. So, yeah. Sorry, Calvin, you missed him. So yeah. So, and the reason we had a name is because he had a dumb name. I don't know. They named him something stupid. And that sounds like a you problem, Calvin. And when we got him, I like president names, or like I like animals with like full long names. And he was brown. Yeah, no big deal, Cash. You got a blast to my next tutorial? Wait, hold on, Cash. You can go. I'm perfectly fine with that. But what other tutorial session? It's 9 o'clock at night. Is this like a group thing, or is someone else getting in on my stream game? I'm not ready for other teachers to be streaming right now. And so I just like Theodore Roosevelt, and Theodore Roosevelt works well with Teddy. And pre-cal time. All right. Well, good luck. Do you have a teacher that streams pre-cal, or is it just like a group of people doing it? I'm so excited and so threatened by anyone else who's doing a stream. Is it Tran? Is he doing it? Oh no! I can't compete with Tran. He's way cooler than me, and he's that's not fair. Dang it. Okay, Calvin, what do you? Wait, so does Tran do streams? Or is he just streaming how good he is at video games? That's probably what he's doing. Okay, so let's get back to this. Oh, he just has videos posted. Oh, okay. Okay, I got you. It's on Schoology. I need to do that. Okay. That's the thing that I've been like wanting to do, but I haven't done it yet. I'll do it at some point, maybe. Okay. Okay. Oh, there's another teacher that does that? Oh, cool. Good for them. Sweet. All right. So, here we go. All right. So, positive and negative correlation. Okay, so we need to understand what the all right, so far so good, Cash. All right, if I have no competition, then I'm doing great. So, all right, good luck on your studies. Okay, so when we are looking at correlation, we're looking at the relationship between two variables, and we're wondering what kind of relationship they have. Okay, so when we are looking at this, positive correlation means that if it's the higher or the closer it is to 1, the higher the positive correlation. So if you have something that is at +1 correlation, that means every time this thing goes up, that other thing is following along with it. So the I don't know. An example would be how much more purple does this sheet get the more that I touch this with a purple Sharpie. That is a +1 correlation, because I don't know. Does that make sense? Like like any type of scale, like when we were talking about the murder rates and ice cream sales. Ice cream sales would go up and the murder rates would also go up. You would say that had a really high positive correlation. Okay? That correlation was really, really high. Okay. Now, on the flip side, you have negative correlation. Okay. Now, that means that when one thing goes up, the other thing is going down. Okay. So the amount of yes, correlation does not does not imply causation. Okay. So the more that the longer that Mr. Monk is gone, the happier Teddy is. So the longer that Mr. Monk is gone, the hours in the day is a negative correlation with how happy Teddy is. Teddy gets much sadder when Mr. Monk is gone. Okay, so that would be probably a plus or a -1 correlation. Okay, is because for however long I'm gone for 30 seconds and Teddy is just he's so sad, right, Teddy? That's right. So so that would be a negative correlation. Now, what's important is this middle part. No correlation, 0. The closer that the number gets to 0, try drawing an arrow this way. It's hard. That's supposed to be an arrow. Okay, so the closer that number is to 0, the less of a relationship that there is. So then, does that mean that a -1? No. See that? Oh, Amel, that's huge. That's huge. Don't get that mixed up. 0 is no correlation. 0 means that they have nothing to do with each other. So Mr. Monk's interest in sports or Mr. Monk's interest in flashlight memorabilia and the amount of tidal waves that happen in Las Vegas there's no correlation between those. It's absolutely 0. There's no data that ties together those things. So 0 is no correlation. Negative correlation means that one goes up, the other goes down. Yes, 0 means no correlation. Make sure that you know that difference. Positive 1, the closer it gets to positive 1, so if it's at like 0.9, positive 0.9, that means it has a really high positive correlation. If it's at negative 0.9, that means it has a really strong negative correlation. If it's at a 0.01, that means there's no real relationship between these two things, that like they don't really affect one another. Okay. The graph looks like this. Like, let me see if I can get another color. You'd have your. It's a good question. You'd have your graph, okay, and your data points are just all over the place. There's no linear line, or the line isn't going negative or positive. It's just kind of all over the place. Does that make sense, Anna? Do you calculate or observe correlation via bell curve or graphs? Or if you would calculate correlation based on data. Your bell curve is going to come after. It's going to come after. You're not going to get that. You're not going to like look at a bell curve and like, ooh, look at that positive correlation. You're going to get that by looking at numbers. Yep, scatter plots. Okay, cool. All right. Once again, for fourth period, I will talk about this again before class, or not before class, but before your quiz tomorrow, and we'll have plenty of time to do it. Like the activity we did. Oh, the M&Ms. Is that what you're asking about the M&Ms? No, because we weren't really looking at correlation with M&Ms. That wasn't what that study was doing. If that's what you're referring to. Okay, I'm gonna make myself smaller. I like being small. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Oh. No. Oh yeah. No. Mm-mm. No, because we weren't comparing two things. We weren't comparing two. We were not comparing two sets of data. We were just trying to figure out this thing. Do we have? Cash, you're supposed to be gone. I thought you were studying for something else. All right. Okay. Cool. Let me see if we can throw out another question or two before before we close today. Does anyone have any other questions for me before we wrap this up? Let's see if I can get bust out some old test questions. All right. Where the heck? Can I quickly explain sigma? Cash, I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds like something that doesn't sound like what we talk about in my class. Okay, so this is so I'm gonna throw you some like I didn't get a chance to throw you some like quiz like questions. So here's what something looks like. Okay, I saw so there's a question down there. Bobo, I still don't know who you are. Bobo Awesome, who are you? I did ask you earlier and you did not respond. The frequency polygon is just like a graph. And that's we use those points to get our distribution. That's where we get our like normal distribution and stuff like that from. There will be 20 questions exactly, Afia. 20 questions exactly. Dude, thank you, Nathan. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Oh, sorry. Yes. You can tell that statistics is like the best, is the thing that I'm super good at. All right. Okay, go ahead. Will we go over the FRQ before the quiz, and can you explain naturalistic observation and descriptive? Sure. Harin, the FRQ we will talk about before the quiz. So, like the things that I specifically want from you, just remember that the FRQ is over human ethics. Naturalistic observation. Are you coming back up, Teddy? Are we saying hello again? Okay, so naturalistic observation. Oh, I have to make this bigger again. Raw. Yes. Oh, yes, I know. Us going to the park today was not enough. We will have to go again, of course. So many squirrels to chase. Stop licking my leg. They don't chew. There you go. They want to see your face. Okay, so naturalistic observation. Remember, we are just observing people in their natural habitat, out in the real world, out in public, and oftentimes we use that to reinforce studies or to kind of just get an idea of what people are doing. Some advantages of it: you get to see people in the real world. Some disadvantages is that it takes a really long time. Oftentimes people aren't doing what they're supposed, aren't actually doing anything. That's it. They want more. They want more. They're not here for me. They're here for you. Okay. And then what was your other? Nope, you're done. Okay. And then your other question was descriptive research. Just remember that's a different type of that's the type of research method where you're just observing and reporting. Naturalistic observation, case studies, and surveys are all part of descriptive research. Okay. For ethical conduct with human subjects, is it just the rights that people have when they're participating in an experiment? Yeah. So if you were to do an experiment, you have to follow these specific guidelines, and if you don't, you get in a lot of trouble. Yeah. Okay, good. Independent. Yes. Okay, cool. All right. Let's see. I ended up starting a little bit late, so I'm gonna be on for just another minute or two because I want to make sure that you guys are feeling good. All right, let's see. I know I definitely. Well, the guidelines of the I mean they're fair game. Yeah, they're definitely fair game on the quiz. Quiz is multiple choice, 100%. What's up, Ahmed? I don't know. Probably, Ahmed. Probably not. What I would do, Ahmed, is I would scroll back through um, the chat, and I would find the questions that I post and go through. If you want to be real adventurous, you can read what other students ask question wise, and then you can see me talk about those things. But otherwise, it's a bit of a like it's just long to go through. So I usually don't. Um, I usually don't think it's like a good use of people's time to try to go through and get and listen to the stream. So, but yeah, you do you. It might be worth it if you're just kind of doing some studying and having it in the background. You can skip the first 10 minutes as I complain about YouTube's changes. And once again, guys, I really do apologize for that. I should have been better prepared. I didn't realize they had made some changes, and I'm sorry that that affected you guys. So, um, yeah, that was not cool. Okay. Okay. Are the quiz questions going to be the types where there is more than one right answer and you have to choose the best one? Because in other AP classes they are like that. Yeah, to an extent, Amel. Think of it this way: all of the vast majority, most of my quiz questions are application. Like you, like the one that I just posted. That is a typical quiz question. I try as much as I can to make you apply the concepts. Because I mean, if you think about it, like tomorrow, how many terms are you really going over? Like there's really not a lot. I mean it's under 30. So there's not too much. It's just how are those things applied, and that's generally what's going on. So I try my best to make think about how these things would work in the real world. And sometimes there will be a more than a correct there will be multiple correct answers. One will be more correct than the other, but there won't be too many because I hate explaining those to students. So would we be given credit if we saw two or more answers that seem correct if we're able to justify? Well, Sana, there's not going to be any space to justify answers, so no. um, yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let me give you, so for this one, hold off. I'm giving you some answer choices. Ooh, sorry. What did I delete those? We're not worried about that. Okay. I just totally grabbed the wrong thing. Okay, hold on. Yes, it would be 0.05. Good. Oh, good. I'm glad you guys know that. I realized we didn't really talk about it. Okay. All right. I'm looking at these questions. Okay. And okay, so if so it's like just a specific number that is outside the box enough that if it falls it within that range, um if it falls it within that range, it's something that is worth exploring, or it is something that is outside the normal enough that it's worth writing about or being interested in. And I just kind of pulled it because it's not something that's going to be um, it's not going to be something that we're going to look on for the quiz tomorrow. Fia, so if we provided a wait, I think I just answered that question. Okay. No, no, no. That it doesn't deal with Anathia. It once again was something that I had on there, and then I was like, no, we didn't really we just didn't talk about it. That's another concept. That is another concept that I'm not putting on here. Okay. Um. Okay. I did. I should not have. I should have. I was just trying to get something on, and I should have taken 2 extra seconds to think about. Wait, is that the right thing to do? Okay, so here we go. All right, let me get to. Okay. All right, that's gonna do it for tonight. Um, So if this was something that was helpful to you, I am glad. Next time I will have some things, some kinks sorted out. I promise that we will. I don't know. I will. I have some work to do this weekend on figuring out some of these things that work, or some what this new setup is. I just downloaded a random thing to get it going. So yeah. So thank you guys for hopping on. Really appreciate it. Good luck. Yes, good luck on the quiz tomorrow. Guys, make sure that you get a good night's rest tomorrow. You guys have already done the studying, so go to sleep. Don't need to be up any too much later. 10 o'clock, not a problem, not a problem. Yeah, like and subscribe, guys. Like and subscribe. You don't have to do any of those things. But yeah, otherwise, y'all have a great night, and thank you for hopping on. Yeah, no problem, everyone. And we will see you tomorrow. Actually, I don't really know how to stop this. Oh, I can stop. Okay, I have a button. It's on this other thing that I haven't used before. All right, good night. We'll see you guys tomorrow.